Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July, early August 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Virgo collective as we move on through the year. Let's get a shuffle, my guides. Talk to me. What do we have for the Virgo collective as we get closer and closer to Virgo season? Talk to me here. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But here we go. Let's talk about the Virgos, please. What do you got for my friends? Okay, yeah, there we go. So I've been getting this a lot throughout the entire zodiac. It seems like everyone has a case of the sleepies here. There's a lot of this dreamy type of energy. This is a spiritual card as well, so there's a lot of undertones with this one, and it does seem positive on its face. Now, before we really start diving into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the August subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So we have this lady. It looks like she is in some sort of yoga type of pose, kind of like she's sleeping. That's not the most comfortable way to sleep, if you ask me. But once again, like I said, a lot of the zodiac, if you watch any of the other readings this week, you'll see that they're all leading off with some sort of imaginative, dreamy, sleepy type of energy for the most part. Okay, there's a lot of subtle energies affecting people. Now, when I see this card, it does automatically snap my mind to sleep. So make sure you're getting proper rest, proper relaxation. This could be a card of meditation, spiritualism. So you guys might be tapping into your spiritual side in some sort of way when this card shows up. Altered states of mind for some of you, obviously not everyone, but to me this is a good card. It's dreamy, it's imaginative. I would just say please make sure you're getting rest and relaxation. Aside from all the spirituality, this card can also be imaginative as well, so you might be having a lot of ideas, a lot of aha moments. So I would just like everyone to stay well rested, right? I know sometimes that's easier said than done depending on how busy you are or how crazy life is. But let's get into tarot. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. And yeah, I'm gonna get you 3 cards in the upright before we get that intuitive juiciness flowing. So let's shuffle it up here for you, Virgo. Let's see what we got this week. And while we do, we'll talk about last week's reading. It was a really nice one. And I will say this, it seems like it might be a record. The last 3 weeks I've been seeing so much positive energy for the Virgo collective. But last week's reading was titled A Surprising Victory. So it seems like week after week after week, this good energy has been moving in for a lot of the Virgos. So if you've been going through tough times, rough things, hopefully this positive energy takes the edge off and things start swinging in your direction, because it's been feeling much better, right? Like if you've been going through a tough time, things could start alleviating. But let's get you 3 cards here. And as you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get these 3 cards out. What do we got for Virgo as we move into August, please? We are in Leo season. Yeah, the good times might continue to roll, my friends. We got the 3 cups in position number 1. One of my favorite cards in the deck. It gets a bit of a bad reputation in the tarot community, but I love the 3 of Cups. It's happy, it's celebratory. Let's get you a couple more. Yeah, more cups. So there could be a lot of emotion, because here's that dreamy headspace, imaginative type of energy showing up. Once again, it could be opportunities coming in for a lot of you. So let's get one more. Seems like those cards fit perfectly together, the 3 and 4 of Cups, right? Okay, so we do have the Tower on the back end. Interesting indeed. So we're going to want to talk about this. Don't be nervous about this Tower, my friends, but let's go through. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, like I said, we're starting off good. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of cups with the 3 and 4. But then we have this Tower coming in and shaking things up. So it's like we're partying, we're having a good time. Things slow down a little bit, then boom. Towers can be very good, though. So with how your readings have been going last week, that might not be a bad one. We'll just have to see how it all goes. Let's go through one by one. So position number 1, the 3 of Cups. You see these people here, they're giving a toast, right? They're having a good time. When I see this card, it's a card of merriment, happiness, joyousness, celebrating something. So this to me is once again a card of wins and victories and a cause for celebration of some kind. For some of you, maybe it's just getting together with people you haven't seen in quite a long time, right? Like reuniting and just having a blast. All cards are a double-edged sword, though. One thing I do say with the Three of Cups, it is a card that can represent more than two people. So we're thinking groups of people, multiple people. Another thing, that's what gives it the bad reputation, actually, because a lot of people say, oh, this is a third-party situation card. I don't know. I just feel like this is a positive energy generally, depending what the clarifier says. But another thing with this Three of Cups, in its most extreme form, this could be someone that's partying a little too much, or somebody that's overindulging in something. So it's something to watch out for. It's something to look out for, but we're just going to place it here as we move forth, because until I see otherwise, to me, that is a very positive card, a positive omen. Moving to the center, this is where the calm starts to happen. We have the Four of Cups. So we have all this action, but in the middle, you see this person taking a little snooze right up next to the tree. Notice that Spirit is offering this person a cup. They're either taking a nap or looking down at those other cups and they don't see what Spirit is offering them. So sometimes this is a card of opportunities where Spirit might be telling you like, hey, you really need to like keep your eyes open and watch for the perfect time. The perfect opportunity could be coming in for a lot of you. Another thing with this, it's a card of thinking to me. So you might really be on someone's mind when this card shows up. Someone might be on your mind. There's a lot of thinking. There's a lot of daydreaming. Okay, there's a lot of thought analysis. And since it is a cup card, there's a lot of emotional ties to this reading so far. To me, cups are one of the suits of the inner world. When I see swords and cups, I think of the inner, not much outer expression. So a lot of you could have a lot of things going on the inside. Now, getting to the back end, this is where our reading is absolutely going to get interesting one way or another. We got the Tower chilling right here on the back end. Let me try to straighten these cards out. There we go. So the Tower, a little spooky, right? Like most people don't like to see this card. And with the way we have the partying, then it's slowing down, then this Tower coming in, it could be an energy of shock. It could be an energy that's a little bit jarring, unexpected, right? Like almost any reader will tell you, and if you're a reader yourself, you know what towers mean. Could be hitting a reset button on something. Could be a new paradigm coming in. Now, I always say towers could be very, very good, or they could be rough. But generally, when a tower moment happens, it needs to, for one reason or another. It gives you a fresh opportunity to rebuild on something. So, of course, we could be looking at endings and things collapsing and stuff like that. But this could be a shock of a good kind. This could be unexpected in a good way. So until we get the clarifiers, I really don't want to speculate too much, but that Tower energy is there, especially coming after a card like the Four of Cups. Like this is something that can happen very quickly and come in out of nowhere. So with all that being said, I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, we're going to get a good shuffle here for you, Virgo. Let's see what's up. My guides, talk to me. What do we got? Yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Three of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Three of Cups time. What's the deal here? Thank you. Okay, I get the energy. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I get the energy of somebody making the best of it. Okay, for a portion of you, I don't feel like this is someone missing an opportunity or someone trying to like numb something. I'm not getting that vibe here. But the Ace of Pentacles is generally my card of golden opportunities or Spirit plopping something in your lap. And we do have good here. This still feels okay to me. But for a portion of you, there might be something that doesn't go quite according to plan, or it's not all that you envisioned. But I'm getting the vibe of somebody making the best of it. Like you ever hear the phrase, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade? That's the vibe I'm picking up here big time in the front end. Like, okay, it might not be ideal, it might not be all that I envisioned, but I'm going to make the best of it and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it work. Okay, that's just a huge vibe I'm getting here. This could be, I'm getting the vibe of somebody still practicing gratitude and being thankful for what they've got and what they've received, which is a very good place to be in, right? Like showing that gratitude to Spirit and those around you. Okay, like regardless of what you're going through. Now, for some of you, maybe this is somebody that squanders their money a little bit. That's on like an extreme end, completely different type of energy. So for a portion of you, there might be somebody you're linked to that like really squanders their money, squanders their finances. But that's just a sub message. For a lot of you, I feel if something doesn't go quite according to plan, you're going to make the best of it, and you're still going to be grateful for what you have as opposed to what you don't. Let's keep pressing forward. I still feel positivity here, but let's see why that Four of Cups is in the house. Really want to get over to that Tower, though. So why is the Four of Cups here? Please. I mean, it fits in. Like, if that's a good Tower, it fits in with what I've been getting for you in recent weeks. Okay, yeah, this could be somebody trying to plan something out. We have the King of Wands in the upright underneath this Four of Cups. Somebody wants to do something. Somebody wants to take an action or make a move or switch something up, change something up. They just haven't quite done it yet. And when I get this King of Wands in the upright under the Four of Cups, that's just the vibe I'm getting. Like, somebody is just, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to wait for the right opportunity. Then I'm going to make a move. I'm going to wait for that opportunity. Okay. Now, the King of Wands could just represent a fire sign, right? So you might have a fire sign on your mind. A fire sign might have you on their mind, or it could be both ways. Who knows? But if you're not linked to a fire sign, this card to me is one that focuses its energy. The King of Wands focuses what its energy is and puts it forth in a very concise way. So I do get the vibe of somebody with something in the works. Somebody is planning something, okay? If not you, it could be someone you're linked to. They're like, okay, whether they're going to come in a very positive, optimistic way, whether they're going to come in a spiteful way, it all really depends. But there is somebody that is like strategizing and planning something, planning to make a move, take an action. We're going to go in on that Tower. Interesting stuff. So we'll talk about it more during the recap, because whether this is one thing or multiple things, we'll see what's up. So why is the Tower here? Before we do our recap and shadow. Okay, yeah, we have the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself without a beard in reverse. We got double kings showing up here. For some of you, this may be issues with a water sign that you're connected to. For a portion of you, this may be issues in the love realm. But when I see the King of Cups in reverse under a card like the Tower, I think of either someone feeling something that they weren't expecting themselves to feel, like a shocking emotion or a sudden change of heart. Or if that's completely not it, this could be somebody like their emotions spiking in a very shocking type of way. These big shifts, it's very volatile here. So we have a couple different things on the back end. One, like I said, some of you might be having issues with those you're very close to or romantically tied to. But for some of you, if this isn't a shocking emotion or a sudden change of heart, I do feel like a lot of emotional volatility here with the King of Cups in reverse. And you might be having a difficult time in the coming days and weeks, like keeping yourself in balance and in check when I see this in reverse underneath the Tower. Now, for a portion of you, if the Tower is something you have experienced already or in recent history, if there's been Tower moments with people you're close to or just in life in general, it might take some time to really work through it and process it. That's a big vibe I'm picking up here. But lots of things, lots of different things here. Okay, I don't feel like this Tower is treacherous, but it is something that needs to be dealt with for sure. Let's go through and do a quick recap, because this is definitely an interesting switch from recent weeks, Virgo. If you kindly look in the box before we get into the shadow card, position number one, we do have the Three of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Notice we have a lot of cup energy, emotions. This to me did feel like one of two major things. One, something happens or they're in a situation that's not ideal, not what they expected, but they're making the most of it and they're being grateful for it. Okay, like grateful to the universe, grateful to people around them, like, okay, well, it's not exactly what I wanted, but we're going to make this work, make it happen. This could also be somebody squandering money a little bit, so watch, like there might be people around you that are spending loose and heavy. Moving into the center, we have the Four of Cups with the King of Wands in the upright. This is somebody planning something, planning on making a move, whether they're trying to fix something, improve something, whether it's you wanting to change something or switch it up. There is somebody strategizing here, hopefully for the better, hopefully for improvements, but this just gives me the vibe that somebody is in plan mode. Moving to the back end, this is where it gets a little choppy, because we have the Tower with the King of Cups in reverse, and it made me feel a lot of things. Could be issues with water signs, could be issues in romantic relationships and attachments here where things crumble, but it is a shocking type of energy. For some of you, it could be a shocking emotion coming in, like, oh, I didn't know I felt this way. Or this could be a sudden change of heart as well, like where someone really switches how they feel on a dime. but there is a lot of emotional ups and downs with this tower. Like there's a lot of intensity here. So in this time, just know there might be various emotional shocks to the system. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. Okay. I mean, it is what it is, right? This doesn't all have to be your energy. That could be someone you're linked to for sure. But let's see what's up in the shadows for Virgo. Whether this is something that you've already been through, something that's within yourself, or something you haven't quite seen just yet. I always like to pull this at the end. I feel like it's nice and introspective. So let's see what we got here for Virgo, please. Okay, yeah, the deck is acting funky. There it is. All right, Nine of Pentacles, generally a very positive card. And for a lot of you, I could tell you in this time, you might need to lean into your independent streak. Now, I know a lot of Virgos in my personal life, get along very well with the Virgo collective. And they are some of the more independent people I know. Now, my sun sign is Aries, and I would know a thing or two about that. But when this card shows up, this could be Spirit telling you, like, hey, you could do this, you got this. Like, yeah, you might have a good support system, but just know that you have what it takes to continue moving forward. So that's a good card to have here in the shadows. Now, there are a couple of little tripwires with the Nine of Pentacles. Notice you see that bird that's in its cage. This is a warning about what you own owns you, right? So like, try not to pay too much attention to the material, but this could also be the promise from Spirit of blessings. Hopefully you're not feeling trapped. Hopefully you're not feeling bogged down or stuck in a situation. But if we take the more positive, optimistic of this shadow card, this could be Spirit really telling you, like, listen, you got it. Keep pushing forward. Lean into your independent streak to get you through whatever issues you're experiencing in this time. So yeah, Virgo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the August subscriber surprise. For the August subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 3 winners for 3 different tarot decks. It will be a winner's choice this month. So if you want the Gilded Tarot, it's your choice. If you want the Witches Tarot or anything under $40 US, 3 winners will be chosen. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments what you think is the best use for tarot. Speaking to spirit, shadow work, inner work, confusion, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month in August, I'll announce the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you soon.